Okay, so we have an update. I'm not sure how many of you are aware that James Gunn has the idea. Oh, if I sound funny, I have lifesavers in my mouth. Um, James Gunn has this idea of creating a TV show around Jimmy Olsen, Skylar Gazando's character from the Superman movies. And I thought, how are they going to do that? Is it going to be something silly like My Pal Jimmy Olsen comics were? Or, well, we now know. So it's going to be in the vein, it's going to be blah, blah, blah. It's going to be called DC Crime. And it's going to be in the vein of true crime. And it's going to be centered around Jimmy. He's going to be the main character. He's going to be the one presenting this documentary of true crimes. So, like the true crime show, this is going to be centered, one season is going to be centered around one crime. So the first season is going to revolve around Gorilla Grodd. Now, from what I'm reading, the other cast members from the newsroom, from the Daily Planet, minus Lois and Clark, are going to be featured in this show. And it's going to be a comedy. They hired 2 comedy writers to do the show. And, like I said, first season's going to be centered around Gorilla Grodd. So the question then becomes, are we going to learn who's the Flash of this? I mean, not see the Flash. Not that they've hired an actor to play the Flash and we're going to finally find out. But just find out, is it going to be Wally? Is it going to be Barry? Is it going to be Jay? Is it going to be all 3? How are they going to present Gorilla Grodd? Because Gorilla Grodd is very tied to the Flash. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the character, he is a telepathic ape who runs Gorilla City, who, at least in the comics, got his telepathic abilities from contact with an alien spacecraft. Now, if you're familiar with him in the Arrowverse, you know that was the result of experimentation on a baby gorilla. So, and Gorilla Grodd, like I said, has telepathic abilities, and he's able to control people's minds. He also has mind control abilities. And so we're going to see how much crossover there's going to be. It would be so cool if, Grant Gustin has said he wants to come back as Barry Allen. It's possible that he'll come back as Barry Allen, or that they might just use him as an Easter egg for the fact that he did play Barry Allen the same way. Blanking on the actor's name, came back to play Jay Garrick, because he was the Flash in the 90s. So yeah, Very interesting concept. Um, I assume because it's true crime that they're going to be what they usually are, that they're going to be journalists. They're going to be trying to track whatever Gorilla Grodd has done. And they're going to be charting their progress in the true crimes format. And so then it's going to be interesting who all from Superman is going to return. Is the entire newsroom minus Lois and Clark going to return? Is Eve going to return? Because at the end of Superman, she was convinced that she and Jimmy were going to be together. Now, Eve, I think, is a much more interesting character of all the secondary characters, because did she know what was going on with Lex? Did she not? Did she just stumble on it and started helping out by being the blonde bimbo taking selfies and, seemingly completely oblivious to Lex's activities, but actually she knows damn well what she's doing, because it was her giving her selfies to Jimmy, which Lois was the one who figured out, because Jimmy didn't look at the background, he just looked at her. But so it'll be interesting to see if she's going to be a part of this, if she's going to help, if she's going to help come to a resolution, that she's going to be the one to figure out that it's Gorilla Grodd and what he does, what his power does. Because we don't know at this point if the residents are even familiar with Gorilla Grodd. We don't know if this is going to be their introduction to him as well as our introduction to James Gunn's version of Gorilla Grodd. So we don't know if they're hunting Gorilla Grodd for the first time, and so they have to piece together who he is, what he is, and if Eve is going to be a part of this. Because if you remember in the Arrowverse, Eve was a part of the newsroom. I mean, she wasn't a reporter herself, I don't believe. She was just a personal assistant to Cat Grant. But this Eve Tessmacher seems like she could very well be a journalist. I mean, for all we know, that's how she and Jimmy got together to begin with. So yeah, lots of questions. I'm very excited. Well, I shouldn't say I'm very excited. I am curious. I'm not one to watch true crimes, and doing true crimes but make it funny doesn't sound appealing to me, I'll be honest. But because it's like, okay, if you're gonna do a drama, do a drama. I assume the comedy centers around the journalist trying to get to the bottom of things. But, not that Gorilla Grodd does anything comical. At least I hope not. So yeah, I am interested. Like I said, I'm not completely sold on this. Maybe once we get a trailer, that my attitude will change. But for now, that's pretty much all I have for this show. So with that, I will see you guys in the next video.